Want to bring in Rachel Campos-Duffy, national spokesperson for the LIBRE initiative, and Robin Biro, a Democratic strategist. Good to see you both. Thanks so much for joining us. Rachel, good morning to you. I want to start with you, with President Obama.
Good morning.
He won Iowa twice. Can Donald Trump reclaim the state for the GOP?
You know, it's looking pretty good. I mean, again, I think the debate could have been a closer for him, but I think we're seeing that it really just kind of stalled everything, and we're going to have to see how he does on the next debate to see whether he can pull this through. I mean, he's definitely got momentum, but I think he really missed a lot of opportunities during that debate to kind of close the deal a little bit more.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it, you know, stalling it, Dagan. We haven't gotten all the polls yet, right, to see right away. We did see some snap polls, but we'll get real numbers next week to see what that debate did.
And history shows that a candidate, look at Barack Obama versus Mitt Romney, can easily bounce back from a bad debate performance. But he's getting tough on the campaign trail, and he's really, really pushing Hillary Clinton on what worked for him in that debate. And the fact that she's been in politics or on the national stage for about 3 decades. And what has she done for you? What has she gotten you? She is the architect, or one of them, of, to use the Wall Street Journal editorial page's words, the current malaise in this country. And she's a leading political ruler who has completely turned their backs on the American people.
And yet she still talks about the deck being stacked in favor of those at the top. It's just she's so not self-aware when she talks about these issues. Like, you're not fooling me. I know that you're talking about yourself.
Right. What did Trump say yesterday? Something to the effect of how many more Clinton scandals do the American people have to put up with?
Yeah.
And he's alluding to what he didn't bring up in the debate, but he's alluding to everything that went on in the White House and everything that's gone on since then.
What do you say about that, Robin Biro?
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, Donald Trump was basically, he was a word buffet without a sneeze guard at that debate. So Hillary Clinton has an absolute
Wait, I missed
word
that.
buffet. A word buffet without a sneeze guard.
Got it, okay.
Yes. Since then, Hillary's taking absolute advantage of that in the battleground states and hitting hard. He tried to assert during the debate that she had put her plans out publicly and that was to her detriment. But Chelsea Clinton came out yesterday after Donald Trump said that he went easy on Hillary because Chelsea was in the audience. She said in a Cosmo interview yesterday that that was a distraction because he's not discussing any solid policies for our national security, for our economy, for free college education.
To be fair, Hillary Clinton wasn't either. They were each attacking each other. So I was disappointed by the lack of policy. I agree, Rachel.
Well, I was just going to say, do you think it's believable? I just saw that clip you played before where she said, you know, she talked about the housing market crisis. She talked about the student loan problems, and she says, I don't know how we got here. Well, we got here through government, and if you look at her policies, all of her solutions are revolving around more government, more big government, and that is what has distorted and caused so many problems in the very topics that she brought up with these millennials, and I don't think they're buying it.
Yeah, it's funny.
I encourage people to read Dan Henninger's column today in the Wall Street Journal, Wonderland, which everybody should read every week. But he essentially said, he calls it the Trump mosh pit, and he said only one of Monday's debaters is still in sync with the country's restless mood. And he said this week's media meme that Hillary Clinton wiped the floor with Mr. Trump is undervaluing the realities of this unusual election. Another bad performance, he gets booed off the field, but he survived Monday night.
Yeah,
that's Dan Henninger's take, which is the take of everybody in bars and restaurants across this country, quite frankly. I do think, the more I've talked to people, I do think that, I mean, Hillary bested him somewhat, but did she wipe the floor with him? Absolutely.
So she's never done this before, ever. Not a one-on-one situation. She's had that with Obama and even that with Sanders. He's not a politician, so obviously that's going to show.
That's the thing. I don't think it changed anybody's vote. She won, but I don't think it changed anybody's vote.
He can come back, but you're right. He does have to come back with more policy specifics. I thought he was very weak on the economy, actually. He got some points in the trade points that he made, but I really think he needs to come back stronger there, hit her hard on the campaign trail and in the debate.
I'm going to say it again. He has a good and simple, straightforward message. Her message is much harder to understand. His message, lower taxes, roll back regulations. Her message, what is it?
When she talks about business, he has to say, what business in creation have you ever run in your entire life?
Right.
He needs to say that. He needs to push that. And I know she worked at the Rose Law Firm, but that's not being a small business owner. It's not actually creating something.
So, you know, when you look at that and you see that it just doesn't have a message, she doesn't have a message, Robin. The point is she's got to take him off message. And so that's what she keeps doing. Unfortunately, he keeps falling for it.